What's up, guys? Joel Hoffman here, coming to you straight from the underground. Underground motivation, lifting people from rock bottom. I'm going to get a little personal with you guys today and tell you a personal story of mine that was a deep, dark, very, very dark story. And it's about withdrawals. So me being a sober coach, I help a lot of people, and I'm in a lot of forums where people talk about withdrawals and they talk about how bad they are and how scared of them they are. And before I get into all that, I wanted to tell you this story. So I was locked up and I was in jail. I was on a work release in Dallas County. I was the last one in there, so I was the only person in this tank. I was in there for a month, so I was on bond for another charge. And the judge didn't know about me going to jail for a whole different charge because it's supposed to violate your bond. So while I'm in work release thinking everything's going okay and I'm fixing to get out for my day, they tell me, you're not getting out. And they violated my bond on the other charge, or there was no getting out. Well, at this time, I was taking up to 10 Xanax bars a day. That's 20 milligrams of benzodiazepine every single day. I really increased my dosage because I was having to go to jail at nighttime and spend all day Sunday in there. So it sure was a lot easier for me to spend that time locked up if I was wasted on Xanax. So Xanax is a very powerful drug. Not only does it have the opioid addiction, but it also taps into the synapses of the brain. And whenever you're coming off of them, and it makes your brain synapses misfire, and a lot of times it causes seizures as part of the withdrawal. So I've already had been through it at that time with the seizures. I knew what to expect. And I was telling the guards, look, man, once they locked me up and said, you're not getting out, I didn't have any more Xanax. And I said, look, man, I'm going to go through withdrawals and it's going to be bad. And I'm going to have a seizure. And when I have the seizure, I need to make sure that you guys don't let me die. I don't need you to make sure that I'm not in this cell by myself where you guys never come check on me. Just make sure that you at least come check on me. Or can I at least go to the doctor or have a nurse come look at me? And I put in what's called a kite. Well, they didn't give a damn. I mean, not two fucks about what happened to me. They weren't listening to me. They didn't care. So while this was going on, I had to go to court for this other charge, right? So they're taking me back and forth to court for 3 days, and I'm spending all day in a holding cell and then going back to the work release part where I'm by myself. Let me tell you, this was so much like hell to me. I can't even explain, of going through these withdrawals, my mind going crazy, sick to my stomach. Like, Xanax withdrawals are very, very bad. For 3 days, they kept me in these cement rooms, these cylinder block rooms with no pillow. They fed me bologna sandwiches for lunch because that's what happens when you go to court. And it was horrible, man. Just the worst experience, laying on these concrete bunks in these concrete rooms, locked in there just for days, for 3 days, back and forth with nobody to talk to, no TV, no extra food, no extra water, no extra nothing but me and my withdrawals in there suffering for 3 days straight. For 3 days straight, I can't explain it to you of the amount of agony that I went through. But what I had to do is I went in my mind and I knew what to expect. And because I had already been through it before, I just went into this place in my mind and I stayed continuously trying to be positive, trying to think of positive things, because I knew that if I started freaking out, nobody was there to help me. That if I went into anxiety mode and started convulsing like I had before with anxiety attacks, nobody was going to be there to help me. I could keep pressing that button over and over again, but nobody was coming to help me. So it was just, I don't, whenever people tell me about withdrawals, and that isn't the only withdrawal I've ever went through, but that was the worst because I was in jail with no help, no pillow, no blanket, no mat, no extra food, no extra water, nobody to talk to, no button to press to help me. No, and if I did press the button, they didn't care. There was nothing but me in that cell and God and my addiction coming out of me and going through those withdrawals. And I learned so much about myself, and that I learned after that man, if I can make it through that, there's not a lot more in this world that can really tear me up. There's not a lot more in this world that could hurt me. So it's kind of crazy. I want to tell this part too, because it's a testament to the human will. Whenever I finally made it to the tank, it was that last of the third day, and I knew I was about to have a seizure. And I just got to the tank, in North Tower in Dallas. And the guys, I just sat down and I was sitting down. They were playing cards. I was like, you mind if I jump in? And I wasn't sitting there for 3 seconds. I had told the dudes my name, probably 4 or 5 dudes sitting around the table. I can't remember 3. And as soon as I told them my name, bam, everything went black. And then next thing I know, I'm in a chair with all the guards surrounding me and nurses look at me. So apparently what happened is I had a seizure. And whenever I had a seizure and I started coming out of it, I guess the guards thought I was faking or didn't know what was going on or whatnot. And they were trying to restrain me and hold me back. Well, when you come out of a seizure, you're so disorientated that you don't even know what's going on. So here they are trying to restrain me. And the dude said that I was telling him, get off me. Why are you trying to handcuff me? What are you doing? And they were trying to hold my arms back. And as they were, I was picking them up off the ground, telling them, get off me. So I guess at that time they felt like they needed to further restrain me. So they started to like take me down to the ground and stuff. Well, it's probably like a 24, 30 man tank, maybe 40. I don't remember. But all these guys started flipping out in there and they started throwing stuff. They was like, man, we about started a riot. Like the people who had to come with I guess the riot police or whatever, they had to come and everything. And the reason why was because those cops were restraining me and trying to hurt me, and I didn't know what was going on. And even though those guys were, criminals or convicts, whatever you want to call them, they were still looking out for my best interest and still doing what's right. So just wanted to say that quick part, like, don't judge people, because deep down there is good people at our core and everybody. So just to get back to the withdrawal part, so I see a lot of people that are so scared of going through withdrawals, like especially off heroin and pills. They're so scared to go through these withdrawals, and they're talking about how withdrawals might kill them. First of all, withdrawals are very deadly because you're severely dehydrated. So just know that. Hydrate yourself and figure out how to hydrate yourself. And then remember in your mind, there's this thing called a placebo effect. So what I do with the people that I coach is I tell them to pretend that nothing's wrong with them, that it's nothing more than a cold or flu, and that they're stronger than this, and tell themselves, this ain't shit. This ain't going to be nothing. This is nothing. There's nothing wrong with me. And pretend like they're just normal and go about their day and power through it. And you'd be surprised about the amazing, amazing results that these guys have got from it. It's truly amazing. And it shows the testament of how strong the mind is. So if you tell yourself you're around all these other addicts and you're in fucking 12-step programs or you're in rehab, whatever, and they're telling you, oh man, you got to do this to detox and you got to do this or it's going to be so bad. And oh, you have to take these Suboxone and methadone. You have to take these pills because it's going to be so bad. You're not going to be able to handle it and you might die. You definitely need some type of professional attention, and you have to take these pills to wean off because your withdrawals are going to be so bad. And it's fucking crazy to me how these people are addicted and doing drugs that can kill them any day of the week. Don't even know where the shit comes from. Might be laced with fentanyl, whatever, sticking the shit in their arms, but they're more worried about dying from fucking withdrawals than they are fucking shooting the shit in their veins or popping the pills or drinking whatever the fuck you're doing. You're more worried about getting hurt from withdrawals than the shit that's purely killing everybody. The drugs that are purely killing everybody, you're not scared of that. It's fucking crazy to me. So I need you to be very real with yourself. And whenever all those people are telling you about whatever experiences they had with their withdrawals, don't fucking worry about it. And you have your own experience. You have your own mind over matter. If you eat healthy, right, you find the good shit to eat. If you're in a position to do that, you eat your fruits and vegetables, lay off the meats, lay off the sugars, you drink a bunch of fucking water, you hydrate yourself, then it's going to fix your gut flora and fix your gut biome, and it's going to make your withdrawals a lot easier because you're going to push all those poisons out a lot faster. But don't tell yourself that your withdrawals are going to be worse than your fucking addiction, because people are dying every day out here in these streets. I see it on the news. I see it in real life. They're fucking dying every day, and it's not from withdrawals. So stop all this bullshit about I'm scared with fucking withdrawals. I can't stop because I'm scared of withdrawals. Fuck those withdrawals. You power through that shit. You figure out a way to get past that, because once you get past those withdrawals and you stay strong, you never have to deal with that shit anymore. You're being a fucking slave right now, and you're scared about fucking getting hurt or getting sick over some motherfucking withdrawals, and every day you're throwing your motherfucking life down the drain, and you're worried about some fucking withdrawals. You're shooting shit in your veins that you don't even know what the fuck it is, and you're gonna sit here and tell me that you don't want to quit because you're scared of withdrawals? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? It's time to knuckle the fuck up and fight this shit back. And stop being a coward and a fucking pussy and power through these fucking withdrawals, and stop letting all these people tell you that you might die or you might be hurt or you might be in a worse position than you were before if you go through withdrawals. Those withdrawals ain't shit. If you tell yourself they ain't gonna be shit, then they won't be nothing. Your mind is the most powerful thing in this fucking universe. Stop acting like you don't have any power. Stop acting like you can't do it. Stop acting like it's fucking impossible, because it's not. 3 days the shit takes to get out of your system. Maybe 5, maybe 7, right? Maybe you feel like shit for a month or 2. I know coming off Xanax, man, my mind wasn't right for months. Them first 3 days, I couldn't even talk. I could barely even say my name. That's how fucked up I was. But guess what? I'm not a slave anymore. Is it fucking worth it to go through that pain to get on the other side of slavery of addiction? You're fucking right it is. So don't let these fucking people tell you that withdrawals are what's bad for you. Don't tell them that you need all this fucking medicine or you need all this motherfucking help. You need water, food, and rest. Sweat that shit out. Get that shit out of you and discover who the fuck you really are again. Don't let this motherfucking addiction fool you. It will fool you. It's your enemy, and it knows your weaknesses better than anybody else, just like the enemy does, just like evil does. And if you want to stop living in it, then stop taking advice from people that haven't fucking changed their life. Stop taking advice from people that are only sober because they're in an institution. Take advice from people that are sober out in the world. Take advice from people that have been through it. Take advice from people that are going to tell you something positive. Take advice from people that have something going on in their life, not people that don't have shit and that are still on rock bottom. That's not who you take advice from, guys. And it drives me crazy to see all these people spreading all this fucking negativity and all these rumors in the drug world, man. It's like it's one big internet of people that are just spreading all these rumors, all this negativity, all these fucking lies, and they're keeping each other down over and over again and sunken down with all this fucking fear and all these fucking lies. Step out of your fear, step out of your lies, go through those fucking withdrawals and get on the other side of that shit, because I want to see you free. I want you to be free. You're not built to be a slave. It's time for you to be free. Trust me, I've been through withdrawals, K2, hydrocodone, alcohol, Xanax, many times of Xanax, seizures. You see this tooth right here ain't real, it's fake, because I had a seizure and my shit got chipped, right? Because I bit my teeth so much. Man, I've lost jobs. I've been through it all with this shit, man. And I'm telling you, as long as you keep fucking telling yourself that you're going to get so sick and that it's going to be so hard and that you can't fucking do it, then you never will. Change that story you're telling yourself right now. Stop listening to those fucking knuckleheads, because they ain't got nothing for you. Listen to somebody that's positive. Take a positive mindset and understand how powerful your mind is. Tell yourself it ain't shit and go be that person that you're supposed to be. Stop being a motherfucking slave.